Before I started Payfor, I did actually have an experience of my own business being owed money. So I understand your pain when you're the one that's owed money and the company's on the other side of the world and you feel there's really nothing you can do about it. And I reached out to a debt collection business to help me recover that amount, but they didn't manage to do it. And the reason why I saw at that point was because they're working with another partner company from overseas, and I realized how little actual priority was given to my debt. A new solution was required in the marketplace. This is our core value and our core belief that companies deserve to be paid on time. And the way that we do that is unlike any other company in the industry out there. We collect your debt directly from the debtor. We don't rely on partners. So really at the very heart of Payfor is the fact that we are going to bat for our clients, especially SMEs, and especially because we know their pain and we understand what it feels like to be in this position of feeling like you're an underdog. The first step Payfor takes to recover your debt will be when you, the creditor, provide us with all the information we are required to collect your debt, from the contract to invoices, a summary of the claim, and communication details of the debtor. The second thing that will happen is we'll implement our 30-day chase campaign, sending emails to the debtor, phoning them. The third thing that will happen is by the end of that recovery process, if the claim hasn't been recovered, we can actually reach out to law firms in any jurisdiction worldwide and issue a legal recovery process as well. So we're a one-stop solution, which is using the centralized model of communication, and we're working with law firms worldwide. And these are really the two main things that separate us from the rest of the marketplace. So Payfor has been instrumental in collecting debts from all over the world. We've worked in the Middle East, Latin America, North America, we've worked in Asia, and all over Europe. So really the format of our business model is not dependent on the geographical equation. It's only really dependent on the jurisdictional factors. So we can actually collect your debt from anywhere in the world.
My name is Paolo Emilio Zanini, and I'm the CEO of TBD Media, and I've recently become the partner for Payfor. We'd had a working relationship with Payfor for about 2 years prior to actually investing into Payfor. And during that time, I was able to see firsthand just how successful and efficient both Giles and the Payfor team were in being able to provide liquidity into our business. We actually increased the amount of money that was in our bank account by about 50% within the first 3 months that we took on Giles and Payfor. So that was a huge increase compared to when we had our accounts receivable team that was internal. So just by outsourcing that process with Payfor, it was a huge, huge increase. And on the strength of that, I thought we have to obviously work with Payfor.
Some of the clients that Payfor has represented have actually received sizable amounts of debts that were owed to them. And we've been in positions where we've located and recovered amounts ranging over $1 million. So Payfor can actually recover small and large amounts. So the reason why it's far better for your company to work with a third party like Payfor is because Payfor can actually communicate with your debtor in ways that you probably didn't think about. We're also going to have a better understanding of the legal process that may be required at the end of that process. So ultimately, being a third party, we're in a far stronger position to collect the debt than probably you are.
See, we've known each other for the best part of about 4 years now.
Yeah.
And we started off with a working relationship where, we were just a client for Payfor, but very quickly we realized that we're very aligned and we're very similar.
The momentum of how we both work is very similar. So yeah, there are a lot of things that are working in parallel with each other that have complemented and helped the relationship just grow from a good place to a better place.
We just found that there's a huge synergy there, and that's been instrumental to growing Payfor to what it is now, and also to the way that we work with our clients.
So what I'd say to those businesses who are out there, who are owed large amounts of money, and it's started to become quite stressful and making you feel like you're there on your own, you're not alone. We understand that the most important thing for them is growth. So while they're growing their business and scaling their business, what they don't need is the hassle of recovering outstanding payments to them from around the world. So ultimately, Payfor's really here to remove that hassle and pain away from them. They can focus on growth. We can help support them and help them have a strong cash flow, which is required to build their companies and be successful.